Actually, I saw some questions on Instagram. Let me go back to those. They were asking about how much. So someone wants to know how much it costs per night at the Nile Safari Lodge.
So
hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a special guest today.
hi,
her name is Rachel. I'll let her introduce herself.
my name is Rachael Nalumu. I am also a content creator and a YouTuber, so you can find me on there. And yeah, today is a collaborative video.
My name is Faye, and this channel is all about travel tales, trips, tips, inspiration. And if you're returning, thank you so much for joining us again. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, let's get into this video. So as you can tell from the title, this video is all about luxury travel in Uganda. I recently did a video with Nabs Ara, and I'll link that up somewhere here, where we were talking about traveling Uganda but giving tips for budget travelers. And so I've been watching Rachel's content, and I noticed she's been showing lots of nice luxury spots in Uganda, and I thought, why not have a conversation about luxury travel as well, because I know that's something a lot of us aspire to, we save towards, and sometimes you just want to go somewhere nice. You want to go somewhere and unwind and relax and treat yourself, and I thought Rachel would be the perfect person for that.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
So I asked you guys some questions in Instagram, and I'm going to get right into the questions. Oh, if you see me looking down, it's because they're on my phone.
Organized, I love it.
Yeah. So Rachel, when did you first start traveling Uganda? Because I know you've lived abroad for a lot of your life.
Yes.
So when was your first trip, like outside Kampala? Like, what's your earliest memory that you'd say of traveling Uganda?
Well, I think the first time I came to Uganda, I was 12, I believe. That was just a trip with family, and to be honest with you, this literally felt like the longest thing ever, but we went to the village, and my village is 40 minutes away. But I was so young and so small, and the roads were so bad back then to go, like, headed towards like Mukono, and so to me, I was like, this is the biggest adventure ever. And even at that age, I wasn't like, I'm adventurous, but I'm not like, when I don't feel comfortable in my comfort zone, I'm just not comfortable. So to me, I was like, we're just out here sleeping, and like, it was just so odd. But anyway, so that was my first, I would say, out of Kampala experience.
And you said you were 12.
I was 12, yeah.
So was this like your first road trip ever, or it was just because it was in Uganda that
just
it felt...
Uganda, it just felt like just very out of my comfort zone. Like even at that age, I was very like, I like hotels. I was like, I couldn't sleep. I didn't think I even slept the entire time. I waited till we came back to Kampala to sleep. Like, anyway. But then the next year, I think my grandma had passed, so my mom was super busy. So my aunt, well, she's a family friend, but aunt, she has children our age, so she took us to sightsee all over, like Kampala and Tebe areas and such. So I remember going on a lot more of like adventures and stuff, and like little mini trips with her for that. That was more of
13.
13, 14, something.
Okay, so what's the place that stands out as your first like luxury travel experience in Uganda?
I don't think it was until I came after uni, and that anyway, let me not, anyway, I went to the safari. So I've been like, ever since I would say 2013, 2014, I've been doing like safari trips and such. I think, maybe it was 2016, 2015. Anyway, sometime around then. So that was more of like my style of touring Africa.
Okay, so which particular national park did you go? Because you said
that was Queen Elizabeth. Do
you remember where you stayed?
I think it was Para or Trove, one of them ones, because I've been to them now 1,000 times, but one of them, it was the nicer of the two. Anyway, at the time.
Alright, that's really cool. So so what would you say your experience has been like so far generally, like when it comes to even just finding luxury travel hotels, destinations in Uganda? Has it been difficult? what's your experience been like?
Very
Are there
difficult.
options?
There are options. They're just so minimal, and it's so
Okay.
sad. Like, to me, I just feel like we have safaris. Obviously, we have gorgeous safaris. I really love touring Uganda, and I feel like just like a lot of other countries within East Africa or like Southern Africa, I just feel like they have a lot more options for what we would consider worldwide as luxury travel. But I feel like we do have a few. We just have very few. Like, we have maybe 3 or 4. I don't even know. That's just a wild guess. But like the list that I've started to
like
generate,
the ones that you would consider luxury.
yeah, that I would be like, this is luxury. This
I guess that also brings up an interesting point, because different people have different standards
of
what luxury actually is.
Yeah.
And I think many times, at least from what I've seen, you find hotels or lodges calling themselves luxury 5-star, and yet they're not. So what tips would you give Ugandans, or I mean travelers in Uganda who are looking for luxury? Like, how do you go about finding a place? Like, what's your process like? What tips do you have?
So I'm just crazy, just generally traveling around the world. I always do this thing where I go on TripAdvisor or Booking.com, and I go to like the 1-star rating first. Then I go and see the reviews on that. Then I work my way up to 5-star.
Okay.
Then I kind of see. I always go through photos. When I look through the pictures, I always check the bathroom and the bedrooms first, because I've noticed that when people hide that, or they only show like one angle, something is up. Because by the time you put in so much money and work, you're showing each and every crack and crevice and angle. You want everyone to come. So I find it's a little bit like I don't know, misleading when people only show a few. And I've noticed that some places will do that, or they'll show old photos and then it's not updated. So I always go to the Traveler. You know when travelers can upload their own photos? I'll go there for that.
That's true. That's a good tip, because you find that on the website they have all these beautiful airbrushed pictures,
and they're from like 10 years ago.
Exactly. So look at the travelers pictures, and look, the bathroom is always telling.
Oh, the bathroom is very telling.
Look at the bathroom.
Because you can't call yourself luxury and you haven't considered everything, right? And by the time you're neglecting something so important, like people's personal hygiene, to me, I'm like, you're not luxury, you're just a nice place, perhaps. But so actually, that brings me to another question. What are the things that make a place luxury? Like, okay, what are the things that you look for? Like, what are the key things that, like, key elements? Key elements that a place has to have. So for example, if I'm starting with the bathroom and the bedrooms, I'm looking at fixtures, decor, because usually people will now hire out. By the time you consider luxury, you've put in money, and someone is now hiring an interior designer. So you're looking at the decor, little elements and things. Like, for example, where we went recently, they had little like detailed stories just telling about the place, like that above and beyond would make it that little extra
detail.
I
think it's all in the detail.
It is. It's
even
in
the like the service and the way you're received.
Oh my gosh, yes, that is huge too. And you can just even like, I don't think people realize, because there's a lot of dope places I've been to that I wouldn't consider luxury, but there's still attention to detail. So just even like elements of like types of materials they use, like when it comes to, I don't know, like a sink or a mirror,
like
painting,
creative or artistic.
Exactly.
I totally get that. All right, so what are the main like challenges or hiccups that you've had when it comes to like finding accommodation in Uganda, and how have you overcome
that part? I think for me, my issue is like the whole package. By the time I'm considering it luxury travel, you're going to be dropping a pretty penny, and by the time you're going to be dropping that money, it needs to be worth your while. So I feel like my biggest hiccup is it has the dollar worth versus what you're getting, the value. Is it making any sense? So a lot of places, I would even say, I'm like, okay, it's affordable to me, but is that really worth X amount of dollars a night? Because I'm like, no.
I know what you mean, because there are places that ask for quite a bit. Actually, I saw some questions on Instagram. Let me go back to those that were asking about how much. So someone wants to know how much it costs per night at the Nile Safari Lodge.
So I don't know how much it is for, say, like just like if it's like one person or two people going. We went for a birthday, so if you do watch the vlog, it was a birthday, so it ended up being like a whole family banda. That family banda came with a lot of specific perks, like a private pool, private food, I think, like poolside, because we had a chef poolside for some meals. There's just specific perks, and it's stuff for like 9 people, I think, or something like that. So it was a lot of space. It's like the more secluded banda, so by the like you're paying for your little perks. From what I remember, it was something like $1,200 a night for the whole thing, not
for the
person.
for the 9 people.
That's
not too bad, actually. And just to give this context, there is a video on Rachel's channel you can go check out about her stay at Nile Safari Lodge.
It was fun.
Was asking about that. Okay.
But then you also have to consider, like, there's some places that have full board, some places that don't. Although I love luxury travel, I'm not crazy. Like, I live within my means on a budget. Like, I still like, I like finer things, but I still stay within you know, I'm trying to make my money make me money. So for example, for that one, it wasn't full board. You had to pay per every single meal, drinks, all of that, where some places are full board, some places are half. You can pay more for that. So you do need to do your research on that. I
found just from my travels, I always try to go for half board. At least that way I know I'm getting a good breakfast and a good meal. And sometimes that's enough, because sometimes I don't really need the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, especially if I have activities during the day and I'm going to be away from the hotel.
Is this everywhere or in Uganda?
No, I'm thinking about everywhere.
Okay. So I was gonna say there's a difference. I would totally do that if I'm like in Europe, and then you can go and grab like little things here and there. But in Uganda, when you're in a safari and you're stuck. That's
true, actually. I think a full board option is good.
Full board snacks, like, because some places also have times where they don't serve food. Also, so it's like if you're hungry,
carry your snacks from Kampala. I always do that when I'm in Uganda, and I think everywhere. I just always have snacks on me when I'm traveling, because you never know when you really need something, and then maybe that you don't have the options, or it's crazy expensive, and you could have just carried your biscuits and stuff from the supermarket,
and you're just like, what? Exactly.
So I guess we'll say for traveling Uganda, try and go for full board. That way you know all your meals are catered for. You don't have to worry about food. So hashtag don't suffer.
Don't suffer. Honestly, because by the time sometimes you've already driven through the park to get all the way an hour through that to get to where you're staying, you're not leaving to go and find a snack. You can't go anywhere.
That's true. Okay, someone wants to know, how do you budget saving for luxury travel?
I'm a little anal with things when it comes to my money. Like I said, I want my money to make me more money. So I'm a person where I'm like, okay, how many trips a year am I allotting myself that I would like to go on? Am I being crazy? I'm like, once a month? Is it once every 4 months or whatever? And then I work backwards, like reverse engineer it in terms of this is how many weeks till that said trip, and then I just divide how much I should be putting away each week or every 2 weeks, whatever I feel comfortable with.
So have a budget, and in your budget allocate. Have like a specific amount that's going towards your trip, going towards your travel.
And consider everything. So I like to pay for everything in advance. So I don't want to have to go on the trip and not think, oh, now I have to put money down for my hotel. Like, I want to go and I'm like, all my major things are paid for. Now I'm just on petty cash. So making a plan according to that.
Right. That's good. That's good advice. Let's see what else we have here. Someone asked, I don't know how you'd interpret this question, but what is the potential for luxury travel in Uganda? I guess, do you see potential? Do you think it's growing? I mean, you said you've been coming back since you were 12 years old. So what's the potential? What have you observed?
We have so much potential, and it only took me realizing that even the places where people are like, oh my god, it's so expensive, like Nile Safari, or say like where we went to Chigambira Lodge, which was a beautiful place. I'm like, there's South Africa and Rwanda and Kenya that also have safaris, and they're killing it. Those places are triple the prices we're paying, and for luxury as well, and they're also giving a lot more I think a lot more luxury to the package. Yeah, so there's room for sure. I definitely feel like it'll go somewhere. I think you just need more options. There's not enough options. I don't think we have enough.
That is true. I feel like there are lots of lodges. There are lots of good lodges, but they're doing almost the same thing. It's like a similar concept, and I think there is a lot of potential and room for just variety, just like different types of experiences.
Exactly, and and it's crazy because I'll look at our neighbors. Rwanda is just there, and they have I don't remember the name of it, but they have a beautiful lodge.
Is it Clouds? No, is that in Uganda? That's
if I find it, I'll let you know. You can put it in.
Yeah.
But it's something like maybe like 9 pods or something. It's gorgeous. Way more expensive than ours, but I'm like, pretty much, if anything, we have more animals. We have more things.
That's a good point that you bring up, because, for example, when it comes to the gorilla tracking, Uganda has more gorillas. Like, we have more than half the world's population.
Apparently, they cross over to our side to show the gorilla tracking. That's what I learned.
But then you find, now, to what you're saying, a lot of tourists, a lot of people, like I remember Ellen DeGeneres, like a lot of people go to Rwanda
because of their marketing.
Just the marketing,
the level of customer service, the option, and I think the fear here, I would assume, is that they think, well, people will not be able to afford, but look at what Ellen DeGeneres is coming.
Exactly.
They're doing something,
and investing, and like bringing so much attention to the place. So
they're clearly
I think there's a lot for us to do, because we have so much. We just don't market it.
We are very bad at marketing.
Yeah, I agree completely. Okay. Someone asked for the average cost and how long you take to plan for travel.
Okay, I'm a little bit weird. I always had this thing where, well, when I was living in Canada, before I was like, I'm gonna live in Africa full time, I always said, if I'm not going somewhere every 6 months, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh my god. But the older I get, the more I'm like, that's a very long time to only enjoy life. So now I remember going to this seminar of this really rich guy, but he had this thing where he made a goal and then he actually attained it of once a month he goes somewhere for a week. It's so
wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's my aspiration. But if you think about it, if you're making enough where you're comfortable in life, now this is for the luxury of being able to afford luxury, you can go to Kenya for how much it would be like to go to New York from Canada, or you can, or California from Canada, like, you know what I mean, like you can actually do these things and throw in some business, so it's like it's a work
exactly. I was gonna add that also, if your lifestyle or your work is set up that you can work from anywhere, so you know, you just go work from the beach,
50-50. Like you do, like half my trip is just work, and the rest is just relaxation. So then you can go do Zanzibar, you can go do and it's actually not that expensive.
That makes sense.
So that's my plan. My goal is once a month to go
for
somewhere.
A week. So
whether it's a week or even a exactly. I want to be enjoying life for a quarter. Preferably more, but or even if it's just a weekend and I'm like, I'm in Zanzibar for 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 days. Like I think that's my goal.
Agreed. So someone wants to know the most relaxing place you've been to.
In Uganda.
You could tell us in Uganda, and you could also tell us outside Uganda
in general. Oh, good question. Okay, so I think in Uganda, I haven't seen enough yet. Like, there's so much more I still want to see, but well, I guess we'll touch on that in a moment. But in Uganda, I think the recent trip I went to the park in Imbara, which I didn't even know was a thing or existed, and then they have a lodge there. It's a beautiful place. I think that was my most relaxing.
What's the name of the?
Chigambira. Chigambira Lodge. But yeah, I think that was relaxing. Even though it was a work trip, I think it was just really therapeutic. It wasn't for partying. I wasn't drinking. It was just nice. And
I like those.
Yeah. Like we worked until like 5, and then after that it was like beautiful food. It was really nice. Outside of Uganda, I love wine. As I was saying, but I'm not drinking. I love wine. So going to the vineyard, San Francisco, that was that was beautiful. There was just the vibes. Everything was just made sense in the moment.
Yeah, that does sound beautiful. Okay, what else do we have? The most luxurious place you've been to in Uganda.
Oh, before you put the in Uganda, I was like ready. And then I was like,
you're ready. You can tell us both.
Probably now Safari.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it was a 30th birthday, so everybody was just partying from the minute we left Kampala to the minute we got back to Kampala.
Yeah.
But I think that was probably a really well put together lodge overall.
Experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of just definitely just decor. I'm thinking more so like decor, luxury in that sense. Yeah.
Okay. And what about outside Uganda for those that might want to know?
Like I said, maybe it was the fields.
Oh, the fields, the vineyards.
No, not that. I was gonna say Italy. I just thought it was just so everything. Italy. Yeah, so
I really wanted to go.
Yeah. So Florence, also wine.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was just everything. I feel like it's one of those places, luxury wise, whether you go alone, family, or a romance trip, you will always get something I just felt like I was in a movie, like an old 60s.
Cool. So where else I'm diverting a little bit, but where else in Europe have you been to that you've enjoyed?
Really haven't been much. I just like, my bucket list is so big, but that I think Italy was my main one that I was like, this was everything, because it was my most adult free trip versus when I went like in school. I went to visit my sister in London, and I was like, oh, this is where I want to come back. Oxford Street to go just blow money on like in an Hermes or something. But that was a very budget student trip. Yeah, so it was more for visits. So what places are on your UG travel bucket list? What are the places you haven't been to ever and you really want to go? Okay, so Kabale is on my list. Yeah, but it's just far. But other than that, it's worth it. I just like, I'm like, these photos, if I'm like, my breath is taken from a photo, now imagine like actually
in real life
being there.
And actually, I would say when you go to Kabale, continue and go to Kisoro because it gets even more hilly. I told you this sometime. It's just like hills and hills and hills and hills for days.
I want to do that so bad. It's just my so I want to go there. I want to touch all the different points. So I want to do the east where we had talked about. I want to do the north. Now my issue is finding accommodations. I'm not even saying they have to be luxury, but just give me like regular Sheraton hotel look. Like that even is very hard to find. So that was my biggest problem. That's true actually. In the east in Mbale, because we talk about it in Mbale, you can find some hotels, but you might have to. Are they Sheraton? At least Sheraton Serena. Like, I don't even think they're offense to them. I don't think they're even luxury. I'm like, you're not even. Like, Serena isn't Shangri-La, like, you know what I mean? Like, or Four Seasons.
It's like
the
just Ugandan version of.
I don't.
Serena, right? You know what, Serena? Serena is Ugandan. Like, guys, let me know in the comments. Would you consider Serena to be Ugandan luxury? Because
Ugandan luxury, but worldwide. Worldwide, it's just a hotel. It's just a
hotel. That's true. That really is true.
It's so sad to say it. I hate to say it, but it's just a
no
hotel.
offense to like
no
Serena,
offense to
by
them.
the way, we love you guys.
Beautiful, great service. Oh my god, you guys want service in Uganda? Go there. Guaranteed. Always amazing service. But I'm like, there's Four Seasons, Shangri-La, and then there's Dubai has all these great hotels they're doing the most with, like crazy. They even have diamonds. I don't even think they're in stars. There's no 5 stars. There's like, there's 5 stars, and then there's 6, 7. That's when you have diamonds.
So it crosses over from stars to diamonds.
Ratings.
So you can have like 1 diamond, 2 diamonds. I didn't even know that.
Thank you. So to me, I'm like, I just want regular standard hotel.
So you want places on your bucket list. You want to go to Kabale. You want to go to the east, the north, and
I really want to go everywhere. Fort Portal has hot springs. I mean, you can't go in them, but I want to experience.
Fort Portal is beautiful. Have you been?
No, No.
Fort Portal has a lot of crater lakes as well, and like the springs.
That's what I want to go see. I wish there were hot springs you can go in, but unfortunately they said no. I feel like it'll be like my fall of Canada that I miss. I miss fall seasons.
I also just grew to love like fall, autumn. So hopefully you can get to visit all those places after this lockdown. By the way, just another FYI, what's the first thing you're doing after lockdown?
I need to go to Canada. It's been like almost 2 years. I gotta go. Ticket booked, everything. Just hop on a plane. What about you?
What's the first thing I'm doing? I'm going to the salon. Like, I'm going to get my hair done, my nails done. I want to get a professional massage.
Everything. Oh,
I feel like I've been working so hard, and I need that. I just need that in life. All right, all the best with your trip to Canada and all your other travels. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. Guys, don't forget to check out Rachel's channel. Go and subscribe if you're not subscribed here as well. It's free. I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the subscribe button, click the notification bell as well so you don't miss a single upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long Saturday. Oh, but the lighting is nice.
Right?
That part too. Okay.
Alright.
Oh wait, my rolls and things.
Wait, I think I have too much wire. Just like, what do you think?
But at least it's black, so I don't know if I'm blind. I don't know if you can see it there, but to me,
because I'm wearing a dress. The only other way, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, let me angle this way a little bit.
Oh, and I also need to have the questions close by. Okay. Great. All right. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.